bottom of the stairs.
Who's at the bottom, honey? Whoa, 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 whoa! Get away from there! You're gonna fall! Get away from there before you hurt yourself!
I'm tired.
Hey, Luke, can I ask you a quick favor? Oh my goodness! This place is a mess!
Mom, look what I got on my test.
Let me see, honey. What? How could you do so bad? Check this out. I just stole 3 muffins from the bakery. You're such a rookie. What do you mean? Let me show you how to do it the honest way, okay? Follow me. Okay. Hey, are you the owner of this bakery? Yes, I am. How can I help you? Well, I've got a magic trick for you. Okay, what is it? If I can make 3 of your muffins disappear, then reappear, can I get them for free? Deal. Now what are you gonna do? Poop them out? Is that the trick? No. Check my friend's bag.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Davidson. This is your son's principal speaking.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I'm just phoning to let you know, because I think you should know, your son got into a fight.
Oh, did he now? Can I speak to him?
Sure, I'll hand over the phone right now.
Hello?
Am I on speakerphone?
No?
So, who was it? The kid that's been bullying you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you beat him up?
Mm-hmm.
Attaboy, that's what I like to hear. Don't ever let anyone disrespect you, okay?
Yes, sir.
We should go get some ice cream to celebrate. Would you like that?
Yeah?
Okay, but make sure you act sad for the teacher.
No! No, Dad! Please, no! Please, no, no, no!
Okay, boys, that was my last game for the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come on, you can play one more. Don't let us down. Okay, fine. One more, then I gotta go to bed. Alright, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come on, man, we died way too early. We need to play a better game than that. You're right, that one was pretty quick. Fine, one more. Alright, I'm shutting off my computer. Wait, bro, we can't end on a loss. Just one more. It would be nice to end on a win. Fine, one more. Yes, let's go, finally. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Wait, one more. We can't end on a win.
Time. I hope you don't mind. Can't I see you again? And I'd like to be friends.
Times good people got good karma. When Dominique Harrison Benson lost her bank card after a night out, she was panicking because she couldn't pay for a taxi and had no other way home. But when a homeless man named Robbie seen her stressed out, he went and offered her his last 3 British pounds for her to get a taxi home. It was the only money he had, but he was more concerned about her safety than anything. She was so thankful that when she got home, she created a GoFundMe page for the man, which quickly spread around social media. Her goal was to raise £30,000, but she beat that in no time, getting even more money to give to Robbie and the rest of the homeless people in her town. In 2011, Victor Seismic pulled over on the highway to help two girls change their flat tire because no one else would stop for them. Then he continued on his way without expecting anything in return. The two girls then saw his truck pulled over on the side of the road, so they stopped to check on him and were shocked to find him in the middle of a heart attack. But luckily one of the girls was a nurse and immediately began CPR, saving his life. 3 Home Alone traps that would kill you. In Home Alone 2, Kevin makes a swinging pipe at the top of the staircase, then throws it at them directly in the face before cutting the rope and letting it fall on them. The first impact would probably be enough to kill them, because a heavy pipe like that would crush a human skull. But if that wasn't enough to kill them, then when Kevin cuts the rope and the pipe falls on them, that would do it. In the first movie, Kevin pours water on the stairs to make ice. Falling down stairs that are concrete can cause a lot of broken bones and even death. The men could have easily broken their necks if they landed the wrong way, and Harry was even close to it when he landed on his back. Finally, in Home Alone 3, Kevin set up a trap where it looks like he's trying to get up somewhere, but it was actually a prop that's attached to a lawnmower by a rope. So when he pulled on it, the lawnmower fell on him. We all know that this would have shredded him, but in the movie all that happened is he got a nice little haircut. The voices behind 3 of the most popular cartoons. SpongeBob SquarePants made Nickelodeon $12 billion. The voice actor for SpongeBob is Tom Kenny, who also voiced the mayor in Powerpuff Girls, Dog and Cat Dog, Spyro the Dragon, the Ice King from Adventure Time, and more. Patrick is played by William Mart Fagerbacke, who is in the sitcom Coach, and also How I Met Your Mother. In the movie Moana, Ollie E. Crivello said she wasn't gonna audition because she's seen so many good auditions on YouTube. Then someone finally convinced her. She was the last to audition and she got the part. Maui is played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He said he based the part on his father because Maui was very similar to him. Finally, in Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon is voiced by Academy Award winner Bradley Cooper. And his sidekick Groot is voiced by Vin Diesel from the Fast and Furious series. This old lady started yelling at a kid selling candy, then one man decided it was enough. 2 siblings from California decided they wanted to earn more money. So they thought of a few ideas, but they decided on a candy business. They decided that they were each gonna buy a box of candy, then sell them outside their local grocery store. On some days they would sell a ton of candy, but on others they would only sell 1 or 2 pieces. Everything was going well for them until one day when an old lady approached them. She became very aggressive and started yelling at them for no reason. The kids went silent and didn't say a word while the lady embarrassed them in front of the store. As she was yelling, a man overheard her and decided that it was enough. He walked over to them, and what he ended up doing made the lady's jaw drop. But before I tell you what he did, I found this app that tells you your celebrity lookalike, and apparently I look like Zach King. If you want to find out who you look like, just press a button on my profile. He ended up telling the lady that she had no right to be yelling at the kids like that, and he also told the kids that he would buy an entire box of candy and handed them $100. Secrets the royal guards don't want you to know. They wear those long black hats to appear taller and more intimidating. If they have to go to the bathroom, they have to do it while standing there because they're not allowed to leave their position. They're allowed to move while on duty, but they're only allowed to take 15 steps every 10 minutes, because standing in one place for too long is bad for their health. If you see them marching towards you, you better get out of the way, because they'll either carry you away or yell, "Make way for the Queen's guards." Their weapons are usually empty unless there's a threat or an emergency. They're trained to feint in the right way so they don't make a ruckus, which is why if any of them faint, they'll faint forwards and onto their face. They're not allowed to smile or laugh, and if they do, they get $200 taken off their salary. That's why they always have a serious attitude even when tourists try to make them laugh. 3 people who beat the system part 2. A man from Turkey was banned from his hometown soccer stadium for a year, but he said there was a match that was really important, so he had to go to the police station to sign a paper to show that he wouldn't be allowed to watch the game in the stadium. Then right after, he quickly went to rent a crane. It only cost him $86, and he even led the crowd in a chant. A girl's phone was about to die, so she yelled at her mom upstairs to bring her down a charger. The mom decided to put the charger around the dog and told her daughter to call the dog downstairs. Now before I tell you about the smartest kid, I found this app that lets you prank your friends and family by changing their text messages. Just press a button on my profile to get it. Finally, this girl was playing on the computer and didn't want her mom to shut it off, so she placed Legos all over the floor because we all know that it's the most painful thing in the world. The scariest booby traps in the world. Punji sticks were one of the most famous booby traps used in the Vietnam War. It was made out of bamboo sticks with a sharp point at the end, which were placed in deep holes that they camouflaged so nobody could see them. The goal is that the enemy would fall into the pit and the punchy sticks would pierce them. Cartridge traps, also known as toe poppers, were bullet cartridges that were placed inside a bamboo tube and a nail which they camouflaged into the ground with the tip protruding. When stepped on, the pressure of the bullet caused it to fall on the nail, igniting the primer and exploding. Finally, when the Germans were retreating from the cities of Europe, they made sure to place expensive works of art with explosives that would go off with the slightest movement. The trick was to leave the paintings slightly tilted so that when they were straightened, they would explode. The biggest thing you missed in Squid Game, just to warn you, there are spoilers. One of the biggest twists in the show is that the old man was in charge of the games, and there was lots of clues to show this that most people miss. For starters, that's the reason why he was player number 1. That's why he was the only old person in the game.
That's why he wasn't surprised when people started getting shot in the first game. That's why he knew how to win tug-of-war, and that's why the neighborhood in the marble game looked like the neighborhood he grew up in. But that's not all. When the robot was scanning people in red light, green light, it didn't pick up the old man as a player. His name translated into English is number 1 man. This is why he basically convinced player 456 to re-enter the game. And this is why he was the only player to not get gassed when he entered the van to go back to the game. 5 things you eat that are a lie. Fruit Loops don't have any different flavors. They all taste the same, the only thing that changes is the color. Fortune cookies aren't originally from China. They were created in the United States by a Japanese man named Makoto Hagiwara, but lots of people still argue that he didn't make them. The crab meat you find in sushi is actually an imitation. It's made with finely ground white fish that's shaped, colored, and flavored to look like a crab. Pringles potato chips aren't only made of potatoes. They actually contain less than 50%, and the rest is made up with flour and cornstarch. Finally, the double stuffed Oreo cookies aren't actually double stuffed. They only have 1.92% more filling than the original cookie.